Welcome to Swim. Jewels that nobody know except you and me. This is a great album. Lou Reed and John Cale. John Cale and Lou Reed made this great album called Songs for Drella, and it's a kind of homage, a tribute to the memory of Andy Warhol. This is such a jewel, such a great album. Small town, open house, style it takes, work, trouble with classicists, starlight, faces and names, images, slip away, a warning, it wasn't me, I believe, nobody but you, a dream, forever changed, and hello, it's me. Each one of these songs is a precious song. This is what pop music should be. Songs for Drella. Songs for Drella. Now that some of us are celebrating the new album by John Cale, it's a good idea to remember that we have the chance to enjoy this wonderful work of two of the greatest artists of all times. Lou Reed is very, very famous, but John Cale deserves more recognition. Personally, as you know, it's one of my favorites. John Cale, it's one of my personal favorites ever. Give yourself a chance to enjoy this wonderful album. It is mostly Lou and John playing. Lou in guitar and John in keyboards and on the viola. He has a very personal and very striking and very crazy way of playing the viola. It is the viola, yes, the viola. It's called that this instrument because it is not the violin. It is the viola. I've never had the chance to see John Cale live, and it's one of my greatest heroes. I had a chance to see Lou Reed live, such a great artist, but John Cale is another planet, another planet. It says, Songs for Drella, a fiction. Songs for Drella is a brief musical look at the life of Andy Warhol and its entirety and is entirely fictitious. We start with Andy growing up in a small town. There's no Michelangelo coming from Pittsburgh. He comes to New York and follows the customs of open house, both in his apartments and the factory. It's a Czechoslovakian custom my mother passed on to me. The way to make friends, Andy, is to invite them up for tea. He travels around the world and is on his words forever changed. As is on his words forever changed. He knows the importance of people and money in the art world, and that's the song entitled Style It Takes, and follows his primary ethic, work. The most important thing is work. We can copy the classicist, but feels the trouble with the classicists. They look at the tree, that's all they see, and they paint a tree. Andy Warhol, we all had the same faces and names. Sorry, Andy wished we all had the same faces and names. It's very little. The letters are very little. I love images worth repeating and see them with a different feeling. The mortality rate as a factory is rather high, and some blame Andy. It wasn't me who shamed you. The open house policy leads to him being shot, I believe. He had been warned, but a new locked door approach to the factory caused him to wonder, if I have to live in fear, where will I get my ideas? Will I slowly slip away? One night, he has a dream. His relationships change. A nobody like you. He dies recovering from a gallbladder operation. Chocolates were his weakness. We miss him very much. Hello, it's me, wrote Lou Reed. For the credits and the story behind this classic album. Tell me, what do you think about this album? Do you have it? Did you buy it again in vinyl? Do you have it in cassette? Do you have the video, the VHS? A dear friend had the VHS, and it was a miracle to have that VHS, that video from John Cale and Lou Reed. Thank you very much. Welcome to Swim.